over time, I have earned as much as to buy a Mac.
Ah, okay.
The only thing is to work on your skills. You don't have to read whatever books you have, the academic books you have at your college. You just have to pass your college, get the degree, and that degree might not come in handy and useful at all if you do not have the skills. And when I say skills, it's just not learning different coding languages and just the IT stuff. It also includes learning other things that are you know that are moving right now, like video editing, as I just said. Even creating Instagram reels is something that you should know. You should learn these things: Photoshop, Canva, graphic designing.
ये पर्सन जो है आपको सिखाएंगे कि पैसे कैसे कमाते। अक्सर हमें नहीं लगता कि अभी तो हम कॉलेज में हैं, नहीं तो कॉलेज ख़त्म होने के बाद फिर हम जॉब करेंगे। भाई अभी क्यों टेंशन लेना है क्योंकि अभी एआई के ज़माने में बहुत लोग अपने जो जॉब है वो छूट जा रही है। तो आपको ये गारंटी कोई नहीं दे सकते कि हाँ अभी अगर आप कोई जॉब पे जाओ तो वो आपके लिए सिक्योर है। तो इसीलिए आपको फ्रीलांसिंग जो है वो आपको ज़रूर सीखना चाहिए। आज शिखा चौधरी को लाया गया है वासुदेव शर्मा शो पर, जो आपको बताएंगे कि पैसे कैसे कमाते। आप शॉक हो जाएंगे कि इतने कम एज में इतना पर्सपेक्टिव कैसे मिला उनको। वो जब बात करते हैं तो लगता है कि 30 या 35 ईयर्स ओल्ड एक्सपीरियंस जो है उनके साथ हम बात कर रहे हैं। ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं बोलूँगा, बस नोटबुक लेके बैठ जाइए। यहाँ पे हमने खुल के बातें किया है, बहुत अमेजिंग वीडियो है। तो दोस्तों चलिए शुरू करते हैं आज के इस वीडियो पे शिखा चौधरी के साथ। सो हेलो शिखा, like thank you so much for joining with us today's session, and I'm super excited to having you on my podcast. So yeah, tell me about your whole self and how are you?
Hi Vasudev. Thank you for having me, and I'm also really excited and looking forward for how this podcast turns out. You're doing a really good job, and congratulations, as I mentioned this earlier as well, that you have started early on, which is something that I would recommend to every person out there. And as about myself, I've done BTech from ABS Engineering College, and I passed out last year, and I was placed in Insight in the third year of college. Apart from that, I have always wanted to do something on my own, so I've started content writing. I've worked with Geeks for Geeks, DevStack, and Avid Python over the last 2 to 3 years. Personally, I like to read, and I like to watch a lot of YouTube videos which are very aesthetic. So this is mostly what I do with my free time as well.
Okay, so like right now I'm a second year of student guy. तो मैं जब अपने कॉलेज में होता तो मुझे लाइक वो करना है कि हाँ मुझे अपना पॉकेट मनी जो है वो मुझे करना है कि एज ए कॉलेज टाइम हर समय पापा या मम्मी से वो पैसा मांगना वो एक लगता है कि हाँ उनसे पैसा मांगना, मुझे खुद से कुछ करना है। सो आज का इस पॉडकास्ट या वीडियो में हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे एज ए लाइक कॉलेज स्टूडेंट या स्कूल स्टूडेंट ऑल्सो, इफ़ दे वांट टू स्टार्ट एनी काइंड ऑफ लाइक पॉकेट मनी के लिए अगर वो अर्न करना चाहता है तो क्या क्या वो प्रोसेस होगा। क्योंकि यूट्यूब या शॉर्ट्स फिल्म पे हम ऐसे बहुत सारे वीडियो देखते हैं कि लाइक इन देयर 20s they are earning millions of dollars, this kind of thing, and it's also phenomenal. So I would like to know like आपने अपना जो जर्नी है वो आपने कैसे स्टार्ट किया, and if anybody want to start their like earning any kind of money through the online, so what would be the process?
All right. So firstly, I was not sure that I have to go into content writing only. I was in the second year of college, and it was around the COVID period that I was exploring, like, what should I do? Because we all know that no one was doing online classes at that time. So I was just exploring, like, where I can invest my time and earn something. I, tried to do video editing, YouTube thumbnails, and a lot of other things. And then eventually I got to know about creating a profile on those places where you get freelancing gigs. So that is how it started. I knew like I've been good at communication and English. So I knew that content writing is something where I do not have to make a lot of effort. So initially what happened was that I came across this one person. I don't even remember the name of their website anymore. So they told me that I would have to do 8 posts, like 8 posts for them. And those were having like single post was around 3,000 words long. And they were only paying 2,500 for that.
Okay.
And what that person would do is he would call me 5 times a day and check on the progress, like how much have I done. I was also in college, so it was very hard for me. I was like, what is this? Is this how content writing works? 3,000 words per post, 8 posts I have to do for only 2,500. I have a teacher at my college. She is kind of close to me. I share everything. So I went on to ask her, like, is it okay if I quit this? I don't want to do this. Like, I've done 2 posts, he hasn't paid me anything, and it is a lot of pressure. So she said that, people out there charge 1 rupee per word and more than 1 rupee per word. And I had no idea at that time. So I talked to that person and I quit. And it was after that I came across this there is this person who owns a website called Avid Python. So I started working with him. He paid me for the first post that I did. It was 800 rupees per post, and it was having 1,000 words or something. And later on, I continued working with him. I got 1 rupee per word and even more than that eventually. So why I was able to, start. Okay, let me do it over again. The thing is, I very recently was working with Geeks for Geeks. And they were offering me bulk content creation, but I did not have time for it. So I just had a thought that, there are a lot of young people out there who want to do something of their own. Maybe I can hire them, because at other places they would have to show what they have done. They would have to show a portfolio. So I can give them a chance to begin. Okay. So I tried to hire people. I posted on LinkedIn, and then I gave them to do a demo post. It was a very simple topic. It had to do something like how to insert images in Google Documents, these kind of topics. It is a very simple topic. Anyone can make a tutorial out of this. No one was willing to make an effort and create a nice demo. They were like, we are not going to be paid for the demo, so why do we put an effort into it? So this was the behavior of kids. I was very taken aback with that. I was not able to hire anyone, and I had to say no to them because I did not have time to do all of that on my own. But why I'm mentioning this here is because when I was told to write demo articles, I had put so much effort in them, and I knew that I will not be getting paid for this. And I even knew that I might not even be selected, for upcoming articles and for payments. But I did it anyways. So the first thing that you should keep in mind is that if you are applying somewhere and if you are creating a portfolio, do it irrespective of whether you will be selected or not, or whether you will be paid or not. Just make the effort. This is something that kids don't do at all, especially when it comes to content writing. I have had the experience many times. One of them, they used ChatGPT, and they were almost ready to fight with me. Like, why are you not allowing us to work with you? And you are using ChatGPT and you're not making any effort at all, and you want the money. You have to prove something first. And it is not that any, it might be possible why people do it. There is this scenario that many people get their articles done for free. They actually publish it. The demo article is published on the website. So kids think that, they are publishing it but not paying us for that in the name of demo. The thing is, maybe some people do that. They take advantage of it. But firstly, they are in a position of taking advantage. They have a website. They are hiring you. They can do it. Secondly, every person wants a different kind of structure for the article. it is not their fault that they want to see if you would be able to, fulfill all the requirements that they want in their article. So they have all the rights to check if you will be the right fit, if you will be able to provide them with what you want. If someone is writing a Google Docs tutorial and if someone else is writing maybe like a Google Meet tutorial, they might follow a lot of different structures. And that comes after you write it once. That becomes easy to understand once you work on it on your own. So people should be willing to work and put efforts without expecting any payments.
How it's so phenomenal. Like when I started my journey, in the fibers, I just previously my niche was like web development, and I was just doing like website designing, this kind of thing. And मैंने like fiber से मैंने reach out किया था, and she was giving me a work, and मैंने कर भी दिया था. But the saddest part is that जब मैंने like उनको submit किया था, उनको like बहुत अर्जेंट था कि हाँ मुझे साइड अभी चाहिए, मुझे अर्जेंट बहुत काम है. तो like शेड्यूल आई थिंक 2 या 3 days का था कि टाइम ड्यूरेशन 2 से 3 दिन के अंदर ये कंप्लीट करके मुझे आपको सबमिशन करना पड़ेगा. तो मैंने 2 दिन के अंदर ही मैंने कर दिया. तो मैंने कहा कि अभी भी लाइक 1 और 2 दिन मुझे एक्स्ट्रा चाहिए फॉर कंप्लीट द वर्क. सो उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं मुझे अभी चाहिए. फिर मैंने उनको सबमिशन कर दिया. तो मैंने जितना भी हो सके मैंने किया था. फिर करने के बाद जो क्लाइंट थे उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं मुझे आई डोंट थिंक सो यू आर डूइंग लॉट्स ऑफ थिंग्स लाइक चेंजिंग, तो मैं आपको पे नहीं करूँगा. सो दैट टाइम आई वाज लाइक टोटली शॉक कि हाँ मैंने इतना एफर्ट देके मैंने काम किया है, एंड दिस पर्सन नॉट लाइक रिकॉग्नाइज माई एफर्ट एंड टाइम ऑल्सो. तो तब मुझे इतना अच्छे तरीके से मुझे स्पीकिंग या कम्युनिकेशन जो है क्लाइंट के साथ वो मुझे करना नहीं आता था. सो एज ए बिगिनर लाइक लॉट्स ऑफ पीपल दे ऑल्सो आर लाइक फेसिंग द प्रॉब्लम कि हाँ वो काम के बारे में अच्छी तरीके से वो बात कर लेते हैं, बट पेमेंट की जब वो बात आते हैं दे आर नॉट लाइक वेल डिस्कसिंग विद क्लाइंट, तो बाद में जाकर वो प्रॉब्लम होता है. सो व्हाट वुड बी योर ओपिनियन कि हाँ अगर मैंने किसी जगह से अगर मुझे क्लाइंट मिल गया तो पेमेंट की टर्म जो है वो हम कैसे डील करें? व्हाट वुड बी योर ओपिनियन?
So again, there is an incident that happened with me. I was not paid for like 10 articles that I wrote for a technical website. So the first thing that I did was that, whenever I sign up to work with someone, I research a lot about them, their website, and I also try and reach out to people that have worked with them in the past and ask them like, are they going to pay me? Have they ever paid you? Or they are going to do some kind of fraud with me? So that is something that I do initially. And over the call as well, when I'm talking to the client, I make it very clear that, this is the amount that I'm going to work for, and this is the time when I want it. If I do not have that by then, I am not going to proceed with further articles. Right? Also, like when this incident happened with me where they did not pay me for around 10 to 14 articles, I reached out to them a lot of times. And they kept saying that, we are going to receive the payment from someone else and then we are going to pay you. So I was like, it is not my responsibility that you are going to get it from someone else. Just you hired me. I did not know that there is another person involved. But it was eventually they did pay me. They did pay me eventually because I kept asking. I kept sending them messages and stuff. So just do a background check. A background check is going to keep it okay.
Okay, तो like as a beginner they are not identify कि हाँ or should be do तो हमने तो यहाँ पे बात कर लिया कि how to deal with client, but not so beginner they also like get hectic that how to get client. So there have been multiple sources and multiple websites like Fiverr, Upwork, and what would be your strategies how to get client? And we would like to know.
The thing is, when I started working, I did write a few posts for Geeks for Geeks. And for Geeks for Geeks, you can go and write anytime, by the way. I don't know why there are not any videos out there, but you don't need any experience to start working with Geeks for Geeks. Just go there and start writing, and they pay you even if you are a beginner. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So that is one thing. The other thing is you don't have to make profiles on all these platforms. Just create a nice LinkedIn profile and reach out to people personally. When you reach out, like, there is one tip that I would like to give. Whenever there is a job posting, you don't have to search for content writing jobs on those freelancing platforms. Just go on LinkedIn, search for a job that you want to take, even it is a web developer kind of a job or a content writing kind of job, and apply it for that job. While applying, keep your resume nice, have something that shows that you have done the work. Just like I said, that you can have your own blog, you can just publish articles on Medium, you can have something on Geeks for Geeks. Geeks for Geeks, you just have to sign up, create an ID, and you can start writing. Okay? So when you have these things on your portfolio, it is possible that they are going to consider you for the job. Second, there is always, most of the times, I mean, you can see the name of the person who has posted the job on LinkedIn. So just go ahead and text them. Whenever you text the person, there is no way they are not going to reply back. There is no way. I have done it so many times. I always get a reply back in whatever, gig or job, wherever I apply, because I go ahead and I text the job poster. And they reply to your text, and they also go through your portfolio. So if you are willing to do that, and just go ahead and ask them that, see, I can do 2 posts free of cost, and you can ask for revisions multiple times. And if you ask me to make changes 5 times, I'll do it. So when you show that kind of willingness, then you get opportunities.
Okay. Yeah, I got your point. Like, you should be like doing like cold email also, and significant profile, like finding any kind of, like, if I want to like video editor, so like search word, like go to the search and video editor, this kind of thing. So there are with the recent post also, like you can get it and you can just apply, right? This is the point.
I was looking for an English teaching kind of a job at one time. So I appeared there and I did the test and stuff, and I cleared the test. When they were screening later on the portfolio, they said that we cannot hire you because you want to work part-time. We only want full-time teachers. So LinkedIn is a platform that allows you to do a lot of things. So I went back to them and I even discussed, like, this is something that you should have done initially. You're wasting everybody's time out there. So a lot of opportunities are out there for you only alone on LinkedIn. You don't need to go anywhere else.
Okay. Okay. I got your point. So, like, could you share a story about your like turning point in your career, like that significantly impact your journey, like as a content writer and also a public speaker?
As for public speaking, when I was at school, I used to get a lot of chances to participate in debates and stuff. I haven't had a lot of chances now during COVID. Like 2 of our college years, 1.5 of our college years went in COVID, and then 4th year we did not have to go to the college. So I don't really have much to show for it. It's just that I am confident and I can speak in front of people. But as for now, I don't have much to show for my public speaking. For content writing, I do have a lot of experience there. But when you talk about turning points, so I don't think content writing was a turning point for me. The turning point is having a placement. Okay. So I was placed in the 3rd year of college. And why I'm saying it is a turning point, because I have a lot of friends and a lot of, I would say not friends, like a lot of people that I know, my college mates. Many of them are not placed. yet because of the recession and stuff. Also, those of who are placed, I get to know about the culture at their place. I get to know about the package they have, and it is not very good. Okay, I feel that I am extremely lucky to be able to have been placed at this company inside. We have amazing culture. We have people coming here from Amazon, you know, and I have had the opportunity to work with people from different countries, and I am getting good money, and I am getting recognition for the work I do. It's not that I was selected for a cloud engineer profile and then they are making me do data entry. That is not a scenario. People respect you a lot. We are also not, we are told that you don't have to call your seniors sir and ma'am. You just use their names. So the culture at my place is amazing. And there is a lot of scope for growth. Like people tell you all the time that don't work at the same company for so many years, just switch. I don't think that it is mandatory to switch. And if you are at a place where the culture is nice, so that should be your top priority. Because I have heard stories from my friends about the toxic work culture, and it exists. It does. And you don't want to go and work there and ruin your mental health. So that should be your priority. The culture of a place should be your priority, and for me, it is amazing.
Okay, wow. So, coming to my point, is that like what is the advice would you give to the like college student who are starting to build their like writing portfolio and want to monetize their skill?
Okay. So if it is possible for you to go on Instagram, have a public profile, and tell everyone about what you do, so that is going to skyrocket whatever you're doing, no doubt there. But it is not possible for everyone to go on Instagram and have everything set up professionally. So what you can do is, again, you can create a website even using Canva for zero cost. Okay.
Right.
Just create a nice looking website. Just do, put together something. Like, for example, you want to go into YouTube thumbnail. So you don't have to have clients first. Just go over to YouTube, okay, and find any content creator that you like and recreate their thumbnail. Open the video, you can have screenshots, recreate a thumbnail. You can send that thumbnail over to the whatever whoever owns that YouTube channel. Send that to that person. Even they might hire you if you are good at something. Okay, it is not that you need to have clients first. Just have a collection of YouTube thumbnails, put it on a website, make it on Canva, put it on your portfolio on LinkedIn. Make sure that your profile on LinkedIn is very professional. Don't keep selfie pictures on there.
Okay.
And don't, like, there is this LinkedIn banner where people write motivational quotes and stuff. Don't do that. Write about yourself, what you do. Put in your Instagram handle and stuff like that in there, and you're good to go. Connect with people. There are a lot of groups on LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram and Telegram and WhatsApp where you can, start sending what you do and begin from there.
Okay. Okay, so you just said that if you want to like starting like content writing, search on like Instagram content writing. So there are the multiple profile. So you can like look at their profile, and you can just like inspire to the profile and just apply on your profile, and you should be like doing any kind of like multiple thumbnail also, like copy and paste, and you can just send to them, right? Wow, yeah, it's also a good thing, like starting their journey also. This is the right. So, like in the beginning, how did you determine your rates for writing project? And I also want to know, like, what factors should beginners like consider when they're pricing their work?
Okay. So if you know that you put effort in whatever you do and you try and create quality content, so it is possible that for video editing, I don't know what are all the softwares that are used, but out of all those softwares, even if you know two of them and what you produce at the end is of good quality, then you don't have to feel that someone out there knows a lot more than I do, and that is why I don't deserve to get paid. So this is not how things work. There are a lot of people who need video editors, video creators, and not everyone can pay the same amount. Okay, so if there is someone who is highly skilled, a big agency might reach out to them. But for you, there are a lot of people who are starting out. People are doing businesses at their home these days, right? So for those people, you are a good fit. So you don't overcharge because you have to build a portfolio. You have to build something to show to others and you have to grow. And you don't undercharge because you are putting a lot of work in there. Like for content writing as well, there are magazines like Cosmopolitan and UK magazine and things like these. So they pay you 40,000 per post. Okay. Per post, and that post can be as short as one paragraph. Okay. So you can't be like, I am going to charge $100 for one post and stuff when you are starting out. The minimum cost that you get as a content writer is as less as 0.25 rupees per word. So don't settle for that price. Just go somewhere in the middle. Like for me, it had been 1
1 rupee
per word, right? And then if you know that you have worked with a lot of amazing people, if you have worked with a lot of big brands, then you can go ahead and make it 1.5, 2, and so on.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So initially don't overcharge, because initially when you do not have a lot of experience, why would someone hire you, right? Why would someone pay you that much? So charge a little lesser than average initially, and then keep on adding when you have a lot of experience.
Okay. Wow. So I also would like to know about your college journey. Like, what were the some of the biggest challenges you faced when you started your college, college career, started your career and content writing while balancing your college life and whole kind of thing also.
Okay, so I want to tell every person who is in the college right now. I don't know how many people. I don't know if this video will reach out to how many people. But in college, whatever we are studying, the DSA, the chemistry, even we had chemistry and maths, the physics, these things are not going to be used in your workplace at all. Okay. DSA is important for getting the job. Okay. Coding is important for getting the job. Communication skills are extremely important. But once you are at your workplace, what you're going to do is totally different from what you have been doing in the college. Okay. So I did not pay a lot of effort and time to what we had to do in college. It was always a few days before the exam that I would just prepare enough to get not just pass but get good grades in the exam. I've been able to maintain a nice CGPA. You should, work on your skills alongside. And for me, content writing was again something that I looked at as a skill. So I did not bother spending much time at college stuff. It was just me going to college, coming back, not doing assignments, doing my content writing stuff, and then preparing for exams a few days before. That sort of thing. Because I don't think that what we study in the colleges aligns with what we have to do in the corporate. it's kind of a waste of time, especially now, because right now things like video creation, editing, these things are booming. So it is better that you spend some time and learn these skills rather than studying formulas and chemical reactions.
Okay, wow. So you should be like have to the like time manage this kind of thing. You should be have to add this kind of thing also. The college today.
Yeah, and that comes from not having a great social life, like not going out every single day after college with friends, and not being on social media. I haven't been on Instagram my entire college life.
Yes.
Okay. And I haven't hanged out with, like, my friends have stopped asking me. When they goes out somewhere, they no longer ask me, like, do you want to come, because they know I won't.
After it's a kind of, and when you see the post and this kind of thing, it's and the moment of the feeling shitty kind of thing also.
Right. Right.
Yeah, and same thing also happened with me. So like I also want to like to know, like as a college student, what strategy like you used to manage like effectively between like studies and building your portfolio, like about the content writing also. Like my schedule is too much of busy. Like some of the days that I have the exam, but I'm not like only thinking about my exam. I also doing this kind of thing also. I also manage my things. So like how you are managing you those kind of thing.
Okay. So for me, I kind of work good under pressure. So
Okay.
I make a game of it. Say, for example, I have 10 things to do today. So what I would do is I would start a timer and I would pick one thing that is bothering me the most, okay? And I would be like, I have to finish this particular thing before this timer goes off. And it's a game. Look at it like a game. And then when I have done it, like, it's a sprint kind of a thing. Take a break and get to it again with something else. And I try to limit the number of things that I do a certain day, like 2 and 3, because otherwise it will be me switching over to different things but not getting done anything. Also, yeah, that's it.
Okay. 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 Like you just follow the Pomodoro technique. I think.
Not actually. It's as long as I'm feeling like doing something, I'm going to do it, even if it's 2 hours or more. And for that, you have to, start from the very beginning of the day. If I sit down first thing in the morning and look at my phone, look at YouTube or Instagram, what is going to happen is I will not feel motivated to work. So what you do first thing in the morning, you start with something. Do something as small as checking your emails. And then you get into this flow of getting work done. So sometimes I switch on my phone in the mornings, like at around 12 or 1, and I'm working for the entire morning. Don't go on your phone first thing in the morning. It's the worst thing to do. Do something, even if it is as small as, folding your laundry and keeping your clothes in your cupboard. Just do that. It gets into the flow of starting to do something.
Okay. Like lots of beginner, not lots of beginner, like lots of people they are like using their phone and that don't scrolling also. And I don't think so. It's like effective thing. Like it's also like reduce our one work life balance also. So like how you are like managing this kind of thing, like turning off your phone and doing your for project, this kind of thing. Like how you are managing.
So I think it comes because I am staying at home. If I go in a PG, people sleep after 2 and 3 at night, and they no they would wake up at 1 or 2 in the afternoon. So Luckily for me, I have always stayed at my home while working and while going to college as well. So I have had a routine always.
Okay.
Every single day, I switch off my phone. I know many people don't switch off their phones before going to sleep at night. I don't know why people don't do it. You should do it. Just switch off your phone at 10 p.m. and restart it next day after 12 or 1. Everything is going to fall into place if you just start doing that.
Yeah, obviously, like yesterday night, I also like doing video editing, this kind of thing. My journey, yeah, daily basis, I like doing this kind of thing. So I'm not any kind of like procrastination, yeah, totally using reel and like waste my time. Yes,
Even if some days you have procrastinated or scrolled for like hours and hours, it's okay. You don't have to beat yourself up and do the same amount of work every single day. It's fine. All the people that you look at YouTube, I watch a lot of videos of vloggers who add value to my life. So even they tell you that it's not what you see in the video. They are not that productive every single day. They also have bad days. They also have days where they're not feeling like doing things. It's okay. It's totally okay.
okay, I got it. But so I would like to know, like, even my podcast, this kind of thing. Some of the time, I also totally burn out this kind of thing. Yeah. Do you face this kind of thing in your process? Yeah, it was too much for me. It's totally shitty kind of thing. So now I will stop. So are you facing any kind of thing?
Obviously, I do. And when I feel that, I just grab a book and read with something that I like to eat. Simple. Like, get away from your laptop and your phone. Get away from work. Do something that you like. For me, it is reading. It can be different things for different people. For me, it is also like going out for a car ride.
Hmm. Okay. When you're burnout or doing your favorite thing, you're like, you feel so like more happy and this kind of thing. Right. Wow. That's so. I would like to know about your like first kind of like what's your first project you are doing and what is the payment you are like getting as your first project? Like my project was it like $50 this kind of thing, and the saddest part is that the client doesn't pay me the first project, and I would like to know like how it started your journey, like what is the like first project for?
I mentioned it in the beginning. For me, it was also the same. I had to do 8 posts for 2,500, and I was yes, and I was able to do only 2 of them, and then I quit. So I was not paid even for the 2 of those. So that was what I had to do initially. But over time, I have earned as much as to buy a Mac.
Uh, okay. So yeah, so right now, what is it like you are charging for like any kind of post?
Okay. So right now, I am exploring a few other things. I am not really doing content writing anymore. I came across a few things that are going to be really nice to do looking at the trends of the future. So right now I'm not doing any content writing. I have worked with Geeks for Geeks like just in the beginning of this year. I'm not even doing that anymore because I have to do a lot of office stuff. I'm really busy over there. And secondly, when you are a working professional, you also have to work on your skills. There are new technologies that you should know about. So I'm giving a lot of time there as well. So I am kind of in my skill development phase right now, and I am not doing a lot of freelancing right now.
Okay. So in those days, like AI and technologies are like really boom, and the ChatGPT, Gemini, AI, this kind of thing, and it's really freaking out kind of thing. Like, uh, if you have just idea like go to on ChatGPT and write those kind of thing, and you can get like ton of thing also, and it's also like enhance your perspective also. So it's also like affected like lots of clients. They're not paying this kind of thing. Well, like they have a AI thing. So why should I pay you? So like how you're manage this kind of thing.
AI gives you is very different from what a person writes. I have seen it. There have been a lot of articles that are going to be discarded, that were discarded because of a little bit of AI in them. Okay. So
Okay.
the people who are asking you to create content for them, they know it really well that have you written it on your own or have you used AI, and they don't want it to be written with AI. If they are coming and hiring for people, it is very clear that AI is not doing the work for them. They want you to do it. So if at the end of the day you are also going to use chat gpt, it is not going to work for you. They are going to reject that post, firstly. Secondly, people are using chat gpt the wrong way, like with what I am hearing about how it is going to take away the jobs and stuff. I'm going to talk about content writing only in this respect. Say someone has given you a post to write. Now, there are some phrases, some words which are going to add a lot of professional touch to your content. So, what you do is you don't ask ChatGPT to write something on the entire topic. You just ask certain phrases. Say, for example, give me a word, give me a English word.
Like content writing.
No, something else.
Like college life.
These are two words. These are
Like a title, yeah, I kind of
any
thing.
kind of single word. A noun. Compassion. Compassion is a noun.
And fashion also, fashion.
Passion is also a noun. If I say compassion, it is possible that a person knows the meaning of compassion, right? But does not know that it is called compassion. So whatever meaning you know, whatever sentence you have, just type it over and ask ChatGPT to generate a word for it, like what it is called. Like there is this, I'm going to speak a sentence like every person on this earth has a life as vivid as I have. Like for me, only I exist, my parents and my family exist. But for you again, only you and your family exist. And there are a lot of people on this planet, and for everyone there is this vividness of having only and only their own lives. Right? So there is a word for this. There is an English word for this. It is a hard word. I don't even remember now. So if you're using this sentence with ChatGPT, it is going to give you the word very easily. And you can use that word in your content. Okay. Use it in that way. Say, for example, I know the opposite of happy is sad. Okay. Just go to ChatGPT and ask it to make it more fancy. Like, give me all the synonyms of sad. It will give you a lot of nice words. Use it in your content. Just to paste the entire thing and ask it to give it to you. That is not how you use ChatGPT. Again, sometimes like I have written a paragraph and I want to refine it. I think that there are grammatical errors. So when I go to these websites that check your grammar, they are not nice. Let me tell you, these websites are not nice. It is very irritating to work on these websites while you're checking grammar and stuff. So just take your paragraph, go to ChatGPT, ask it to correct the grammar. It refines your sentences, but it doesn't change them entirely, right? So write your own content and take help from ChatGPT in refining, in removing errors. Don't ask ChatGPT to generate the entire thing.
Like it's only like enhance your work quality or workflow also. Or only this kind of thing. But if you want to like replace a human with the AI, then it's like a far away to right now. Right. So yeah, but at the point it's also be like we can think that this kind of thing also has like some of the point this kind of thing also, but it's like a far away to right now.
Yeah. We can have ChatGPT create a structure for us to write, like the headers, and just fill in those headers on your own, right?
Yeah, Yeah. Obviously. So, I would like to know, like, lots of beginner and lots of student also, they don't know how to like networking with the right kind of people and right mindset people. So, how did you build like connection in the content writing and public speaking communities kind of thing?
Okay. So, we don't know how someone is going to turn out, but once you have a conversation with them, once you have engaged with their content, and once they have engaged with your content, you know what kind of person they are, right?
Right.
You just have to go out and start to make connections. Just talk to people on LinkedIn, and if you don't like someone, just don't, block them or don't fight with them. Just stop talking to them, stop engaging with their content, and stop expecting them to engage with your content, and just let it be. And if there is someone who is showing interest in your work, talk to them. As simple as that. Like, whatever people I've worked with, I am still in touch with them. Okay, so it is not that you need to know 100 people. It's just that if you even if you know 5 people, they should be nice people and they should value you. You should value them. That is more meaningful, right?
Right. So right now I would like to know this, like, in the current trend, you like every people they have the personal branding, this kind of thing. So lots of people thinking, yeah, it's a needed to right now in like in this generation. So lots of students, they also don't know like what is like personal branding, and how I will be doing this kind of thing. So I would like to know, like, if a person want to like doing like optimize their profile and doing personal branding, how they would be do.
Okay. So it only requires 2 things. One is having a professional LinkedIn ID, the profile picture and the banner and everything. Second is creating good content. Now, if you go and check out my LinkedIn profile, I've stopped posting, and it is because valuable content can not be created every single day. If you know what I mean. Like, if there is something that is meaningful and there is something that is going to add value to someone else's life, that idea cannot come to me every single day, right? What I can do is copy and paste. And I don't like that. Like, if something is already present out there, you don't need to copy, paste it, and post it over and over again on LinkedIn. And it was something that was happening a lot recently. So what I did was, I would not say that I've created a personal brand. Not at all. It's just that if you want some engagement and if you want some connections on LinkedIn, try to make use of the right opportunity. For me, it started when we had our Infosys exam. I think Infosys is the name. We had our Infosys exam and it was extremely, extremely hard.
Really?
And it was unbelievably hard. There were 3 coding questions and we were not able to solve any of them. It was that hard. So I was kind of irritated and frustrated and angry with them. Like, why are you creating such hard questions for a normal company like Infosys? Like, when you ask someone, where do you want to go, Infosys or Amazon, what would they say? They would say Amazon. And if I sit in the exam for Amazon, I would be able to do a lot of questions. But for that Infosys exam, I was not able to do even a single one of them. So I was like, what is this? So that day, and just after getting up from the exam, I went on to create that a little image. You know, Aishwarya Rai has that advertisement. I think it is Pantene, 5 problems, 1 solution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So I did that. I said, like, prepare for prepare for just Infosys, 1 company, and you will be able to clear all 5 companies, Amazon, Microsoft and all that. So I put it in an image and I posted it on LinkedIn because many people had given the exam that day. That post went viral, and even Love Babbar copied it.
Okay.
And he cut out uh, my name from there. Like, he made it look like he was the one who made it.
Okay.
So I reached out to him as well, like, put me in the CC, tell everyone that I have created this image. So that is how many of my posts at that time, because once a certain post goes viral, there is this some algorithm thing that other posts that you're going to do around that time might also have a very good reach. So that is what happened. And if you go and check one more post that I have on LinkedIn, it's Alia Bhatt in two different images. One is when she looks like HTML, and one is when she looks like HTML with CSS. So it also went crazy viral. So that is why I have the number of followers that I have on LinkedIn. I created content for a while. I posted a lot of things, but I don't think that the audience at LinkedIn is well aware of what they are liking, what they are commenting on. I don't align with those people much. Like, it is turning into trash. The content creation part on LinkedIn, it is not nice, so I've stopped creating anything over there. But initially, this is what happened. I took advantage of the right opportunity. Just that.
Okay, so like lots of people, they are like copying your like way of style. You are doing your own effort, this kind of thing, and they are also not recognize you as a like. Okay, so it's a saddest moment, like when you are doing your effort, you are doing the kind of.
Not just that, there is one more thing. Like, I don't know if you have seen it, but there is that resume of Microsoft. If you have ever seen it on LinkedIn, a lot of people had posted it, that this is a resume of someone who got into Microsoft. Like, how many times are you going to post it? The same person is posting it 10 times. Everyone is posting the same thing, and still the audience is engaging with it. Why are you engaging with the content that is copy pasted, that is already present out there? Stop engaging with it. So that really frustrates me. So I was like, let it be. I'm not doing it. Anyway, anyways, it is not important to me. So
Okay, okay. Like every person they also face in their life this kind of the serious moment, and like how you are handling like you just stop posting. I don't think so. It's a right way. You can like make your own path and doing.
quitting because my content was copied. I am okay with my content getting copied. It means that my content was nice. Okay, it has value that it is getting copied. My problem is with the audience. They don't engage with the right content. If I am creating something valuable and I am putting my efforts in it, they are not going to engage on that unless I have Google, Amazon, and things like that written on my profile. Right?
Okay.
This is not fair. And anyone who is, say that there is a person who is in Microsoft and they are saying good morning, you will see that single post with good morning written over there will have hundreds and hundreds of likes. Okay.
So they have the tag of Microsoft company.
It is okay. They have earned it. They have worked hard for that tag. It is okay. You engage with their post. But if some other person is making an effort, creating some good content, not copy pasting from anywhere, not giving you the same thing that is already present on LinkedIn, so at least you should be engaging with them as well without seeing like, this post only has 3 likes, so I am not going to like it. If the post has 2000 likes, then I am going to like it. So this is the behavior of people on LinkedIn. That is why I quit. I have no problem with my content getting copied. But again, if you do not have an option, then you should go with whatever you have, because you are going to miss out on getting the experience. Even if someone has the only option as Infosys, go there so that you have some experience. Just don't be like, I'm directly going to go to Amazon. That is going to hurt you more than it is going to do good to you.
Yeah. Okay. 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 we also get your point. So I would like to know, like this is our like the ending part of our podcast session to right now. So before that, there will be like one question I have in my list, like looking back, like what is the something you wished you had to know when you first started your career, and any specific lesson or experience like you have like to share with our like experienced viewers, this kind of thing.
The only and only thing is to work on your skills. You don't have to read whatever books you have, the academic books you have at your college. You just have to pass your college, get the degree, and that degree might not come in handy and useful at all if you do not have the skills. And when I say skills, it's just not learning different coding languages and just the IT stuff. It also includes learning other things that are you know that are very that are moving right now, like video editing, as I just said. Even creating Instagram reels is something that you should know. You should learn these things: Photoshop, Canva, graphic designing. All these things are amazing skills to have, right? Website designing, even creating a website using tools like Wix is something that not everybody knows, and it is something that can help you monetize your skill. So learn the skills that you can monetize, number one. Number two, work on your communication skills. Communication skills are going to make it or break it, right? So apart from college, focus on these two things and you should be good to go.
तो दोस्तों यहाँ तक ही था आज के इस वीडियो पे शिखा चौधरी हम लोग के साथ। कैसा गया आज के इस वीडियो, मुझे नीचे कमेंट डाउन करके बताओ। उनके साथ में पॉडकास्ट और भी मैं बहुत लंबा कर सकता था, बट हाँ टाइम की वजह से हमें यहाँ पर ही रुकना पड़ा। बट हाँ, हम ऑब्वियसली नेक्स्ट पार्ट भी लाएंगे इसका। मुझे नीचे कमेंट डाउन करके बताओ कि कैसा गया आज के इस वीडियो पे। तो दोस्तों मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो पर। उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आपको बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला है आज के इस वीडियो से। और मेरे चैनल पे ऐसे अमेजिंग वीडियो है जहाँ से आप बहुत कुछ सीख सकते हो, तो वहाँ पे जाके आप चेकआउट कर सकते हो। तो मिलते हैं ऐसे ही अमेजिंग वीडियो के साथ।